uniform you can get in the locker room area, the password you get from me. Steal the comm spike? Why? Who is this person? Everything beyond this point is purely extra credit. Commander Natara, this is Dr. Vogel. Wait. Did they not put that up? I requested it ages ago, but not surprising. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign? Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will give us a significant tactical advantage. That is true. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that phrase. I've never even seen a horse, but from what I've read, they would make for very poor pilots. Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to MAST. However, that might make you the ideal candidate to be one of our test pilots. You're right. We do need to hurry if we're going to have this module ready in time. Let the guard know you're doing a test flight, and head over to Docking Bay 8. Very well. Just do it somewhere else, if you don't mind. Take this key card. It'll give you access to Docking Bay 8. I need you to make sure my prototype is safe. Not necessarily. Our guards run long shifts, and as I've told Commander Natara, the effects of sleep deprivation can render a checkpoint meaningless. True, but just because the funding is military doesn't mean the applications will be limited to that. A rising tide lifts all boats. Yes, you could, but why would you want to kill birds? Seems needlessly cruel, don't you think? The brightest engineers in the settled systems did not get transferred to this station to build just a module. Well, yes, in the same way the Almagest is a book on constellations and a supernova is an explosion in space. You name it, I've lectured on it. I've probably forgotten half of it, but I definitely knew it once. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. And she's after my comm spike. Its potential. Huh. We are far beyond potential. Ah, yes. The wheels of bureaucracy tend to have corners. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world if we cut them. And they didn't bother to share it with me. I will need to have a word with MAST about this. You do seem to have increased resistance to hypoxia. I can tell by your breathing patterns and your cavalier attitude. Normally my requests aren't given this much attention, let alone haste. It seems a tad suspicious. I see. It would have been nice if they kept me in the loop. I am the project lead, after all. Classified, I'm the head of the comm spike project. I would have gotten word of this ahead of time. We need to get you on the next test flight immediately. The greatest scientific minds the UC has to offer did not congregate to this station to build just a module. Oh, it's ready. We're long past the inference stage. Statistical models can only go so far. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. But if this were a duplicate request, Marcine or one of the other engineers surely would have caught it. Apparently, she's with the Crimson Fleet, the comm spike. But I can't just hand it to you. It's a module for a ship. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing. Outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. This is the biggest advancement in decryption tech since the Ondo-Patarak inference theorem. Ever since Commander Natara took over, the priorities have changed. Now, if you don't have any further business, I have a sign I need to commission. And how did you overcome the administrative hurdles? Grav drives have never been able to fly past the belts of bureaucracy. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure. You do have a point. And of course, best of luck. You are doing science a great service by undertaking this sacrifice. Damn space pirates! Say no more. I will contact Commander Natara immediately. True. And Commander Natara's checkpoints are very thorough. Too thorough, if you ask me, not that anyone does. Oh, yes. I've been studying decryption of all types for quite a long time. Probably since before you took your first grav jump. But are you a UC pilot? That's the question. They tend to look the same as Freestar pilots or even House Varun pilots. Minus the face tattoos. What she doesn't know won't kill her. Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the comm spike isn't a device, it's a module. Huh. Do I know you? Are you here to fly the comm spike? Commander Natara has never once shown me any favor. Why would she start now? All right. Onwards and upwards, as they say. Commander Natara, you say? Oh, well, we don't want to make her angry. She's terrifying. We have an intruder on board. Captain Juan Dayu is not who she says. Splendid. That was fast. I thought I put in the request this morning. Yes, but I feel that's being reductive, which is an affront to the work we've put in. Then where are they now? And what order are they in? Backwards? Because I haven't seen anything to corroborate your story. Ah, yes. By the transitive property, you would be what I need. And we are desperate for personnel. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology. And now that we've corrected the prior mishaps, it's time for real flesh and blood pilots to stress test the systems. I'm not sure I believe you. The kind unafraid to make the necessary sacrifices. All right, you've convinced me. You're the new test pilot. The sign outside that says no visitors. Really? Then maybe all of my pestering has finally paid off. Well, I can tell you right now, it does work. In theory, anyway. Yes, it's not the destination, but the journey that matters. Particularly when the destination is death. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. Exactly. It's convenient, covert, and, well, costly. But we have the funding. You'll need a uniform and a terminal password to authorize a flight and get past Natara's cumbersome checkpoints. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. Good. I have a pilot here. I'll have them secure the prototype. Make sure it's safe. We are in need of more tests to reach beta. Not horses, though. Actual human test pilots. That's not very convincing. We'll be able to infer everything from battle plans to meal consumption, signal protocol, quantum ratchet symmetry, interleaving data extrapolation. According to autocorrelation models, results in risk increased by a magnitude of 2. But we won't tell Commander Natar. But don't worry. We've corrected the problem with the ship's life support systems, and statistical models show a failure rate of less than 2%. You make a compelling case. We don't. But if an unqualified pilot were to run a test, we could have even bigger problems down the line. Well, you need to be a test pilot. Otherwise, there'd be no point in telling you. I'll repeat myself. The comm spike is a decryption module. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be transferred to the station. I was speaking English. Maybe you weren't paying attention. You're already in uniform. So that means you just need a password. It'd be like explaining conceptual grav drive theory to a plastic surgeon. I don't know if that constitutes proof. You are a pilot, aren't you? You've got the look, at least. Use the key to access docking Bay 8. With this pirate on board, I need to make sure my prototype is safe.